Hi guys, good morning. I hope everybody's doing okay. I am Trish with Unique Me 303 Healing and Empowerment. Let's see what kind of messages Spirit has for us for the next few days. This will be messages for all those who are already aware they're on an ascension journey and going through an awakening process. Some of you may be feeling a little bit like your emotions are all over the place, but yet you're kind of not really paying attention to the emotions, if that makes sense. So you may feel like a lot of things are going on that you would normally feel sad about, angry about, frustrated. And even though those kind of feelings are coming to the surface, people are not reacting. You're not engaging with those negative aspects of yourself. And if you hear my dog in the background, I apologize. He is chasing after a bone. Anyhow, give me 3 more shuffles, please. I've actually been feeling that way for quite some time. And how many? And it's been a little bit frustrating, but at the same time, it's been empowering because I'm not used to not acting the way that I do with my emotions. So it's a big plus. And my dog just dropped his bone. So I'm probably going to have to get it. Give me just a second, guys. Sorry about that. He goes crazy over his bones. Anyhow, so let's get into this reading and see what Spirit has for us today. So the first card that came out, actually I'm going to read both of these cards together because the first 2 cards that came out are talking about a time of feeling like something is lifting. There's some sort of shift that is happening to where you feel like an energy is lifting. You no longer have to dwell on it. You no longer have to feel insecure, fear, or doubts about it. It's more of like, I'm just going to let it be. I'm just going to let it flow the way that it's supposed to flow. If it's meant to happen, it's going to happen. So there's a lot of taking your will out of things and allowing God's will or the universe's will or what have you to take over. So for some of you, it's a time of just being. Okay, I just feel this energy of just being. I feel like I've already moved this, but trying to get it to where you guys can see better. Anyhow, there are some sacrifices that are worth taking. So what Spirit is telling you is that as you make these sacrifices, you're going to start to feel as if you're empowered. You may even feel a little bit uplifted. You may feel a little bit free to kind of be yourself. So some of these sacrifices that I feel like many of us are making at this time is a sacrifice of self, meaning like putting self first, self-love, self-care, not dwelling on all the other experiences that may be happening in your life, but you are first and foremost. There is a lot of adjustments that are happening to the energy field at this time. This is due to the shift that is happening. For some of you, you may have a lot of experiences with whatever reason. I'm hearing deja vu. That was not at all what I was going to say. So some of you may be going through moments of deja vu and feeling like something has happened before. But what I'm getting is the need for rest, relaxation, taking the time to take care of self is really important. I feel like chakra health is also important. This is asking you to do what you have to do to clear your aura, to help your chakras to function. I do have a playlist of different healing videos that have to do with chakra health, so maybe you guys want to watch that. But time alone is going to bring a lot of awareness into a certain thing that's happening. I feel like for many of you, the awareness is coming that you're shifting and changing. Why? Because you've been doing the work that you need to do. Some of you, the work is just being. It's just being okay with what's happening. It's not reacting or overreacting or underreacting. It's just, you just are, okay? And I don't really know how else to put that into words, but I feel like this in itself is bringing on an energy of freedom, independence, a feeling of, I'm hearing choice for some reason, and the choice is you. Get up there, Copper. Get up there and lay down. Good boy. Thank you. There may be a need for sitting and observing something, and it may just be that you're observing your emotions because you feel like your emotions are all over the place, but yet you're kind of, I don't know that emotionless is the right word, but you may just be, not so stressed out about your emotions and what they're telling you or what they're showing you or what they're bringing awareness to or what have you. I feel like many of you, this awareness is all about self-love and reflection of putting you first is what I'm feeling. There is going to be a time of choice and action. I feel like that choice is choosing you first, and the action is that anything that follows behind it meaning what Spirit is telling you, directing you to do, that you do those things. So many of you are being directed at this time to let people go, to let certain like aspects of yourself go. So meaning if you are overeating or overspending, or maybe you got back into this energy of lying or cheating or cussing or whatever it may be that is holding you back from your purpose, from your spiritual path, because I feel like many of us are in this energy of not doing what we need to do to stay spiritually connected. So if you're having a hard time visualizing, or maybe your visuals are coming in but you're not trusting in them, then there's some chakra health that needs to be done. For many of us, it's just that we haven't been doing what we need to do. Get back to the basics: prayer, meditation, setting intention. And guys, if it takes you a long time to get to a space of having supernatural experiences or seeing things when your eyes are closed and looking into the third eye, if it's just blank there, it took me months. I am not joking. I would sit, and I had the time to do this because my mom was dying. I was spending time with her and not working because I just had back surgery and blah, 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 blah. There's a lot of things going on, but I had time to sit, and I'm not joking, for 15 to 18 hours a day, where I would just stop to use the bathroom and I'd get right back into it. And sometimes I'd set intentions like, if my eyes are meant to be closed, make sure that they stay closed. If they're meant to be open while I'm meditating, make sure that they're open. And the reason for being closed is because certain times we were supposed to see things here. If they were meant to be open, then the reasons for them to be open is because there was something out here that was going to be projected that I was supposed to engage with. Maybe an angel or an orb, or it could just be an energy of an ascended master that is wanting to connect with me. Or I would do things like, just staring into that blank space, that black space, and asking, like, what do I need to see? What do I need to experience? What is it that you want me to know and go through today? What do I need to learn? And as I'm asking these things, I would start to see like pinpoints of light, or I would see flickers in the sides and the peripheral, or I'd feel some sort of engagement with my body where my body would feel spirit engaging. 707, touching me, feelings of like kneading on my body, like a cat would do if it's wanting to what do they call that, kneading, I think is what they call it. But anyway, you know, so many types of things could be happening right now to where this shift is really being felt. So a lot of you may be in an energy of frustration, feeling maybe like, okay, I've done this before. I don't understand why it's so hard for me to get what I need out of my meditations, out of connecting with spirit, out of, you know, whatever it is that you're doing, astral traveling. Maybe none of these things seem to be working for you. 747, for whatever reason, I was told to tell you guys, and 711, which I'm not seeing up there, but I was just told to tell you guys. So look that up on Sacred Scribes. But a feeling of, like, I'm just tired. I don't know what to do. I feel lost. I don't know if I'm going in the right direction. I feel like I was there before. I was feeling so ascended. I was feeling so awakened. I had all these experiences, and now blah. Okay, 811 as well, guys. Look that up on Sacred Scribes. But what I'm feeling is the shift that is happening. For many of us, it's been happening for quite some time. It could be several months, up to 6 months is what I'm hearing. 9 months for some of you. But this shift could have been where during the midst of the shift, you feel less connected. Your meditations aren't going anywhere. Maybe you feel lazy or discontent when it comes to setting intentions, having time for meditation, going out and sun gazing, and things of that sort. And I even feel like sometimes we feel this feeling of, am I doing enough? Or maybe I'm just lazy, like really getting down on ourselves. Like, I want to do these things. I want to have these engagements again. I want to feel very, very connected, and I want to have my chakra health, very awakened. So I feel these energies. So it's easier for me to connect with oneness. All these different things are happening. But at the time that these things are happening, Spirit's like, this is exactly where you're supposed to be. There is a major shift that is happening, and this shift is lasting for months. Okay. For some of us, this is lasting for months. And now what's happening is we're coming out of this shift, slowly but surely coming out of this shift to where you're going to feel more connected, more like when you're doing your meditations, you can see more and engage more. Just things are going to start to shift and change. I have been talking to many people that are feeling like they've been in this energy for quite some time, maybe even longer than 9 months. But I feel like the majority of this, it's been the last 6 to 9 months to where we know we should be doing something. We don't know exactly what we need to do to get there. Maybe Spirit's not giving us direction on it, or if we are getting direction, it's repeated direction, and maybe we have those fears, doubts, and insecurities that are keeping us from doing so. But I feel like this shift itself, as we start to come out of the shift and into this new energy, you're going to feel more like you're in, I'm hearing 5D energy, which I was not going to say that. I don't really talk about 5D and things of that sort, because I feel like we shift out of 3D, 4D, 5D, all the way up to, whatever, 12D, 9D, back and forth all day long. It depends on what kind of energy you're in, what you're thinking, what you're trying to experience, or what your soul is needing you to experience. There's a lot of things that go with that. So I do feel, though, that more of us, as a shift starts to complete and goes into this new cycle, so to speak, that these energies are feeling less connected, not knowing exactly what we're going to do, not knowing if the creative energy is going to be there, or we're going to get the inspired ideals that are going to help us to transform or what have you. It's coming. Okay. Just know that Spirit is saying everything that we're going through is exactly what we're supposed to be going through. And I do feel like many of us have had these roller coaster moments where we feel very, 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 very connected. And then all of a sudden we don't feel connected at all. And that is even part of the process of this shift that we're going through. So let's see what other messages Spirit has for us for the next few days. So there is a lot of spiritual help around you, even though you may not be feeling it at times, or you may be feeling it very intense at times. Spirit is saying, even when you're not feeling it, we are there. There's things that you can do to engage with this energy, like I'm saying, prayer, intention, meditation. For some of you, 1133, it's just about giving thanks all day long for the little itty bitty things that you are able to connect with. As you give thanks for them things, it's like Spirit's like, okay, they're giving thanks, they're grateful, they like this, let's give them a little bit more. And so that's what's going to happen. But we are in this energy of birthing something new. This is something new that is happening out of the shift that we are going through. For many of this is a spiritual and emotional and a physical shift, but many of us, we're going to feel this mostly in our spiritual connections and in our emotional body. So we are being asked to trust where we're being led at this time. For many of us, we're being led in directions that we may not be so comfortable with, because I am being led to this great severing, which is meaning we're releasing, letting go, clearing energies that no longer resonate with us. And it's kind of confusing, kind of frustrating. We thought that we were supposed to have these energies in our life, but what we need to understand is that we're constantly transforming. We're constantly shifting and changing. We're constantly ascending. If we're wanting to constantly be better, then the way that happens is shifting constantly until... Okay, so for many of you, the frustrations are revolving around, well, I thought that I finally achieved what I wanted to achieve. Well, you're never going to finally just achieve what you want to achieve, because it's going to constantly change. You achieve something, then you have a new goal. You have a new thing that you want to aspire to be, or change to become, or whatever it may be. So the frustrations are that, okay, I'm finally realizing I'm going to be constantly changing. It's going to be ups and downs for however long it's supposed to be, 13. But trust where you're being led. I do feel like many of you are being led away, meaning away from energies that no longer serve you, and into these energies that are more calming, more peaceful, more 5D, as they're saying. So 5D is that energy of not that there isn't going to be any troubles, but energy of peace of mind. Okay. And that's the most that Spirit has given me, is peace of mind. I'm seeing just an expansion of the heart. So just feeling very content. There are some secrets that may be hidden from you at this time about your path, or maybe which direction that you're supposed to be going. However, I feel like it's hidden for a reason. Many of us, when we know that certain things are going to happen, it makes us act different. We end up ruining some things, or maybe we do things that would, make things go in the opposite direction of what Spirit is actually doing for us. So the need for just being, okay. I'm also feeling that some of us are really needing to dive deeper with Spirit at this time. I know that many of us are feeling a little bit disconnected at times, or very, very, very intensely connected. But at those times of feeling disconnect, that's when we're meant to, I'm hearing rest. And then when we're feeling the most connected, that's when we're going to receive the answers. So take advantage of the times when you're less connected, rest. Do what you need to do for self-love, self-care, taking care of your body. When you feel very connected, then that's when you need to seek for the answers. What's my next steps? What do you want me to learn? What do I need to experience at this time? What is going to happen next. And that's when you're going to receive those things. And it could go from one moment to the other, literally. That's exactly how this kind of shift happens. So overcoming frustrations and situations is what this card is talking about. This is the Seven of Wands, which is telling me that a time of darkness is just about over. A time of the frustrations and not having very much peace in your life is almost gone. We do also have the Five of Swords, which tells me that not all is lost. You have the upper hand in a situation. Whether or not you feel like you do have the upper hand in a situation. I feel like this situation is referring to this shift that's happening in the emotions and in the spiritual life. And many of us feel like, I just don't know what to do. I'm so frustrated. I know that if I meditate, I'm not getting anywhere. It's just blankness. There's no experiences happening. But Spirit's like, well, remember, I told you, when you're not having anything happen, that's the time when you need to rest. And when you are having things happen, then that's when the time you need to push a little bit further. However, you got to realize and not judge the situation for thinking that, if I'm not seeing anything, then I'm not very connected, then I must be doing something wrong. No, you're going through a shift. And during a shift, a lot of times there's quiet times. There's times of just like not knowing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. Why? Because you're transforming spiritually. So there's something happen energetically that the physical body just yet hasn't caught up to. And a lot of times it takes months, days, weeks, hours to catch up to whatever this energy is that we're transforming through. So just know that you still have the upper hand. Not all is gone. Not being connected or not feeling like things are going exactly the way that they should is exactly where you're supposed to be at this time. Which cards? Thank you. Back to these. What other messages? And then we have the Three of Cups, which is talking about a celebration. This could mean that there's going to be a party for some of you. I'm feeling the sense of getting people together, gathering others, engaging with others. And for many of you, I feel like this is talking about engaging with your star family, your soul tribe, what have you. And for many of you, it's because you're feeling less connected. You feel like you don't really know what to do. And so when you get with other people, the energy of more than one or more than two or three people, it increases and magnifies what we're doing. So if you're meditating, that meditation might finally come through. You may see something, you may have some sort of interaction, or you may feel and experience something that you may not feel being alone. So I do feel like Spirit is asking you to try different ways of connecting, engaging with more energies that are going to help you. Even adding things like crystal grids, connection with herbs and things of that sort is exactly what else we're supposed to be doing. And I'm feeling the need for connecting with water. And this is in multiple ways. Putting your feet in water, drinking water, alchemizing your water so that it's of pure energy and doesn't have chemicals and things of that in it before you start to drink it. But they're also talking about using water as a way of scrying, seeing information from Spirit. So getting a bowl of water. And I want you to alchemize that water just as well. Set intentions as you're holding your hands around this plate or bowl of water, that it will transform into the energy that will help you to see what Spirit needs you to see, help you to feel and understand energetically what you're supposed to as you're seeing things, and then engage in that. So for many of you, this is something very new. I don't scry. I've tried to scry before, but it's not something that I normally do. So this is actually kind of triggering something in me that's making me feel like I need to try to do this. However, if you're feeling that way, please do so. Which cards do I go to? Thank you. What other messages do you have for us, please, for the next few days? For all those who are already aware they're on an ascension journey and going through an awakening process, please. So, feeding the Spirit. They're asking you to do things that are going to help you to feed the Spirit. And I feel like this is just like I was just saying, connection with water, connection with nature, doing things like connecting with crystals and crystalline grids. I'm even hearing reading. So there may be information that you need to read that will help you to become more empowered or help you feel more connected or what have you. Expect that there is going to be successful speculations, things that are coming up that are shifting and changing right now is bringing you into this energy of empowerment, success, feeling on top of things. Again, remember that this is a time of feeling less connected at times, but at those times, it's also when you're going to feel more peace of mind and things of that sort, which is going to help this energy to lift, this energy that is feeling like it's weighing us down or holding us back. There's no need to worry. There's nothing that is going to keep you from achieving the goals that you want to achieve but you. The judgments that you may have towards yourself or towards the duration of what you feel like something should be happening or completing or what have you, Spirit saying those judgments are what is putting up walls. So quit judging the process and allow it to just be. This may not be the right time for some of the things that you're working on to have fulfillment. Why? Because there's still things that you need to experience, still things that you need to learn, maybe energies that you still need to clear. 2002, guys, that is a mirror. Look that up on Sacred Scribes. So big happy changes are to be expected. This is in the very near future. You're to trust that these things are going to happen in divine timing when it's the right time for you. Let me get these back out real quick. What other messages do you have for us, please, in the next few days? For all those who are already aware, they're on an ascension journey and going through an awakening process, please. What other messages do you have for us for the next few days? Am I supposed to take this one? Okay. So the next card is choice. So we have a choice to judge ourselves, beat up ourselves for where we're not getting to or what we haven't yet accomplished or what have you. And Spirit is really telling us that the choice should be to not judge the situation, not try to think about the destination, but the journey that it takes to get there. The good, the bad, the ugly, the indifferent, all of those things. So Spirit is wanting you to be more friendly with yourself, be more tender and gentle with yourself, and try not to beat yourself up because you're not where you think you should be. Again, this is, when Spirit is showing us things that are going to happen, you got to remember there is no space and time in spiritual realm, so to speak. So what happens is Spirit may see something and show us something that is going to happen, but it could take years to get there for us because we are consumed by or held back by time. Time is linear, and to get out of that linear space, it's very hard to do. But Spirit's saying, take care of self-love, self-care. There may be a little bit of romance that is coming into your life at this time. This could be referring to a romantic partner and things going to a new level, or just, some sort of romantic cycle beginning for you. But what I do feel for many of you, this is just an energy of kind of romancing the self, buying yourself flowers, taking yourself out to dinner, doing things that will help you to feel good. Maybe these are things that other people don't do for you that you've been wishing for or wanting, and you've been looking and searching for a certain person, maybe a friend or a family member or a coworker or a lover that will give you those things that you need. However, it's all about finding out that if you give those things to you, it helps you to feel more on top of things. It also helps you to feel more independent, more empowered, and it helps you to get over the need for dependent on other people, places, and things to make you happy. So this is a time of releasing the ego, fears, doubts, and insecurities. Also, those energies that tell you to say, look at me, I'm achieving this or I'm achieving that, and trying to get some sort of publicity because of it. This is an energy that not all, but many of us may be going through. So there is an influence of the Kundalini energy at this time in all of our lives. This is an energy that helps you to see what you need to heal, see what your next steps are. It helps you to engage with energy of oneness in multiple ways, and the list goes on and on and on. Please look up Kundalini energy and its functions and what it does, what the attributes are, and things of that sort. This is a time of creative inspiration, original ideas, things that are surfacing that are going to help you to start some sort of new project and engage in something that is going to be successful, is what I am hearing. I do have practicality on the bottom, which is about goal setting, doing things that are going to help you, making a list of things that are going to help you to get to where you want to be, but also meditating to help you to find out what your first step should be. Okay, so I am willingness. I am uniquely gifted. Today I will share my gifts with the world. And I am whole. Today, I will sun gaze. I will receive upgrades to my DNA. I will get connected with the divine source, God, and angels while sun gazing. My consciousness will expand. And sun gazing does do that. It helps you to connect with all of those things on a deeper level. You also see things that you wouldn't normally see if you don't sun gaze. That's a big reason why our government and people, the infamous they, will tell us that sun gazing will hurt your eyes and things of that sort. They don't want you to know that connecting with the sun will actually help you to see things that are you're in other realms, other dimensions. It'll help you to see angels. It'll help you to connect with that and with that is in the spiritual realms. But anyhow, I am empathic, somebody that feels the energies of all around you, the energies in the room, maybe even somebody that is connected with the energies of oneness. I hope that you guys got something out of this reading. Please like, share, subscribe, and follow. I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. I do plan on going live at some point this weekend, so if you're interested in a reading, that would be 2 cards are free, 4 for $5 or 9 for $15. I will do so on healings, readings, empowerment, and more. This is a Facebook group that I started a few years back. You do have to be a member if you're wanting to receive a reading. I am unable to see the comments if you're not a member, so please make sure to ask to be a member, and then I will approve you and you'll be able to participate in any future live events. I hope that everybody has a wonderful day. Much love to you guys. Bye.